Hello and welcome to SafariLIVE Catch Up. Over the next 30 minutes, we are going to take you through the best of the day's safari.
Well, a third jackal has arrived on the scene, everyone, and I think it's probably a youngster from their previous litter. So the one on the left doesn't look to have as well defined a black saddle over the back. So I'm assuming that one. And then there's one still lying on the road, so that I know you can only see two there right now, but one is still in the original position. So it is quite common in blackback jackals for youngsters from previous litters to stay with their parents for some time, sometimes even helping them to raise the next litter. So it doesn't surprise me to see a group of all, what looks like all adults together, but that one is definitely not quite as mature. I'm not sure about chasing other creatures away, but they certainly do use dens that are built by other animals. So, a jackal can dig a little bit, but they certainly can't make the kind of tunnels that an aardvark would make. So they might modify those tunnels, but they have often been recorded utilizing the dens of where we've seen previously warthogs or perhaps an aardvark hole, something like that.
Well, we stopped quite close to some marula trees where we were gazing upon some vervet monkeys. It seemed there's a big elephant bull making his way in this direction. You can hear the monkeys now. I think they're all going off into one tree. Oh, shake the tree, big boy, please, shake it. Not that a monkey will fall out of the tree. But there we go. Demi, indeed, our wishes have been granted. It's a good thing that they went into that one tree. Luckily, the tree that he shook, the monkeys are no longer in. But he's circling around to the other one.
While G and I were following up on those lion tracks, we have come across some white rhinoceros tracks, which are quite interesting. You don't often see them. And here it is over here. So we've got the two back pads there, and then the three toes there and there. Now, these animals are odd-toed ungulates, which means they have an odd number of toes. Even-toed ungulates would be your cloven hoof animals. They have two, and they share this foot structure actually with zebra. Now, this is a white rhinoceros. The reason I say it's white rhinoceros is, one, it's really large, and number two are the two side toes here. Now you can see the weight is borne on the middle toe. The same with zebra, although zebra over time have developed hooves, but they still stand on their middle toe. But these two toes over here are a bit splayed. With black rhino, they tend to be inwards a little bit, and the toe, they don't have as much weight on that front toe.
One of the females just moved in. That means, now she got something, a little piece of bone, nothing big. That's all library you're watching there. Also just checking in to see if there is nothing that is dropped by this big boy, but I don't think there is anything that he left behind. It's one of the females of the Super Pride that I haven't seen for a very long time, and now I see her. The one that is sitting down. She's a lead female and she's quite old. She'll be about 11 years of age now. It's nice to see her again. Look at Oloibor. Oloibor have some other intentions. Oh, beautiful. Just beautiful light on his face. And Manuele have always been a dominant male over kills and also over females against his brother. What's happening, Oloibor? Why are you doing that? Yep, stand your ground, girl. And that have attracted the attention of the big boy that was with the kill. Wow, I don't know what's happening here because all these females that are here are the super girls. And I have no idea why Oloibor want to punish that particular one. And everyone else is attracted on the commotion. Also, Manuele is approaching in kind of a stalking way that he doesn't want to be noticed that he's approaching. See the way he's lifting his feet? There's two females that they don't want around here. Not two, three actually. And I don't know why at all. Or maybe they just want to scatter them across. They don't want them together. Look at Manuele. You can hear one of them roaring. Wow.
Oh my goodness, everyone. So now we know why the jackals were hanging around. We are only about 20 meters from them. And we've got the cheetah boys. And also, it is a little baby zebra. So shame, that little zebra that was approaching us is probably the mum. And all the zebra alarm calls are because these boys have managed to take down a zebra, which is quite unusual. Zebras are a very risky animal to hunt if you're a predator that relies on speed. A kick from a zebra can be lethal. They really do, Norm. I mean, one of the only reasons I can tell it's a zebra is because there's a little bit of skin left on the legs, and you can see the stripes quite clearly. But yes, you know, they have the ability, they need to have the ability to feed very rapidly because they just don't know when their kill's going to get stolen from them, so they don't waste any time, and they can just swallow massive chunks of meat whole without chewing them. The kind of chewing that you're hearing now is more that carnassial shear on the side, just cutting through sinew and trying to get the last scraps that they can. But when they first make the kill and they've managed to get through that initial skin, they don't do much chewing. It's more just ripping off and swallowing big chunks as quickly as possible.
We're here with one of the most famous antelopes in the Masai Mara, known as a topi. And you can see it's standing on top of a termite mound. And topi, it has a word T-O-P, like T-O-P, so top. So topi on top of the termite mound. It's a beautiful silhouette there. Look at the birds in the background. That was really nice. So this fella is just standing there, just looking around. Standing on top of the termite mounds help them get a great advantageous point, so they can see much farther. But today morning, I think maybe he's even just trying to get some nice warmth from the sun. You can hear a bit of insects in the background. I'm sure a lot of frogs are also happy with the rains received last night.
And G, being the artist that he is, has framed up a stunning tawny eagle for you guys there in that gap in the tree. And you can see that beautiful rufous coloring with that mottling on the wings. And just waiting for the thermals to start going, and then they'll fly up and have a look and see what is happening. What's interesting about these birds is they are monogamous. And so the males and females, it's very common with these raptors or birds of prey, quite often that they will mate for life. And these particular birds, these tawny eagles, will often return to the same nesting site as long as nothing has taken refuge in there. They're quite happy to return, and they often will share it with vultures as well, in terms of when the vultures are breeding. Sometimes they will move over to another tree and be in the same area. They won't share the exact same nest, just to be clear. It's not like they're going to sit and become housemates or flatmates, but this guy's just chillaxing, and you can hear all the birds and the frogs and everything still chirping, the crickets.
Okay, guys, so things have escalated a bit. Zuri has left, and the lioness is there trying to finish off, and the hyenas are taking over what they're trying to, and you can hear them. It's a lot going on. She's wondering, do I stay around? Do I share with them? There's not much left. It's just a lot of, like, maybe bones, maybe a little of meat. But the hyenas are like, yo, it's our time. We're done being patient. Finally, the hyenas get something. So after the hyenas, then come the other smaller scavengers, from the jackals to our vultures. So it's more of like a pecking order: lion, hyena, then the rest. These guys are greedy. Oh my gosh. And she's not bothered. She's like, whatever, guys, have as much as you want. It's already finished, but I think now everyone's happy. Well, except our vultures. We're like, guys, even we want to eat.
Hello guys, and looky what we have found. We have got some doggies. Hello. That are on the hunt. Some more coming up the road. Some African wild dogs. How cool is this sighting, guys? They're all coming up the road towards us, on the lookout for some impala or some nice food. And such a big pack this as well. There's quite a few you'll see as they come up the road. This is incredible. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but an elephant just got really upset. Oh my goodness. Here he comes. That's right. You chase them off. You naughty dogs. Marula shortcake, absolutely they did. Here she comes again. Oh, that is phenomenal. You notice how she smashed into that tree. Now she's getting serious. Whoa. Holy moly, guys. Oh. Oh my goodness.
She's running. They have no idea whatsoever where the kill is, and they're just relying on their mother to show them where the kill is. But look at those beautiful, cute faces. Just incredible. Just incredible. And now mother is making way to where the kill is. The little ones are following. And she will just need to look for a softer part of that impala for her to open for the cubs to start eating. Dana, thank you so much, and Umpo is having a wonderful time. I think he loves cheetahs. He did confess some days ago that he loves Mara leopards more than the Lowfield leopards, but he was kind of hesitant. But anyway, we have cheetahs here, and those cubs are just incredible. She had tried to hunt 3 times today, and she succeeded the 4th time. Our cuteness overload right here are digging into the fresh blood of the impala. You can see how much it has already gone. You can see how quick they're trying to eat. Look at the hind legs of the impalas. It's only bones that are left. Those cheetahs will eat every other flesh that is there and leave bones unattended. Emmy loves leopards indeed. It's a wonderful sighting. I mean, she is obviously doing a great job. We have seen this leopard 3 times, not this cheetah. Emmy loves leopards. I've seen this cheetah 3 times, and 2 times we have found her on a kill.
Feline Friday indeed. We have found some of the cubbies from the Nkahuma Pride. These guys are around about 4 months old, and life is good in the Sabi Sands by the looks of things. Anna Marie, it is very, very cute. Their little faces are just next level, and Mommy's doing a fantastic job at looking after them. Just look at that. That is just next level. And they're naughty, guys. Just look at those faces. That is a naughty, naughty face. And they're already biting each other, and I have no doubt that eventually they're going to start climbing all over Mom and bugging her as well. Come on, Mom, I'm bored. I want to go. As all you parents out there will know, never a dull moment. So now we have them feeding on Mom, guys. Honestly, have you ever in your life seen something so cute? Drinky time. But Mom's milk will be full of fats, carbohydrates, lots of nutrients for these guys. I don't know about those little teeth. Mom must be gritting her teeth at the moment, because at this stage these little lion cubs will have very, very sharp teeth.
Oh, look at that. The Ellies are enjoying a nice kneaded bath, spray of mud. I love when they do that. With the mud also, it helps with cleaning their skin of any parasite ticks, and also with cooling down. And you can also see when they flap their ears, it's another way of cooling themselves down and even showing how comfortable they are at that moment. There's one elephant in particular, watching one day, she would throw the mud on her left side twice and then right side twice and then throw the mud on the top of her head. And I found that very interesting because it was a pattern. It was 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. Pistuia, definitely the best spa day in the bush. Like, just look at her. She is having a time, great time. And best part, it's free. So she doesn't have to pay anything for that amazing spa right there.
There is just beautiful scenery here and kind of different terrain of high elevated grounds. And beautiful giraffes that are just strolling through just towards the end of our day here. The sun is about to go behind the horizon. That's why we're having this beautiful light. And these giraffes are just on the stroll to make sure that they have grabbed enough that they will need for the day. And there's just a lot of giraffes in this area. Because it's a different countryside, that it's lots of woods, and they can get a lot of leaves to browse from these trees. Kate, you're asking how do we know that giraffes are social animals? And they are social animals. I mean, they don't have permanent groupings whatsoever, but they regroup together most of the time. Look how beautiful that scenery is. Backdrop of the entire Masai Mara down below. But we've got the little bee eater. A very small little bird, of course, and rather cool looking. They are the smallest of the bee eater family, and quite cool to watch because they do quite a lot of the anting. So they'll sit on this branch, they'll fly out, catch whatever little insect it is that they saw flying around, and then go right back to the branch. Oh, I've never seen... Oh, no ways! Do you see him on the ground there? What are you doing? It opened its wings and had its wings pretty flat on the ground. Oh, this is awesome. Are you guys going to do it again? Are they probably eating little insects? It's probably why the swallow's also flying over the road. Oh, look at it. Lying down. Probably doing a little bit of dust bathing. Oh, this is amazing. Now, I tell you, this is something you definitely don't see all too often. Especially from bee eaters. Nice soft sand there. Oh, it's rolling down the road. There's a third one, and that seems to be maybe one of the adults. So these are two juveniles, and then the adult is the one that just came into the picture and is now flown off. Oh, there's mom, I suspect, and here comes dad. No, don't be shy, dad.
Thankfully, these boys didn't make us work too hard for our kitty cats this afternoon. When they left that zebra carcass this morning, there was very little left. They really cleaned it up. Typical of cheetah, they kind of chewed the bottom of the rib cage, but they didn't eat all of the ribs. So when you find a carcass, if you know your stuff, often just by examining how much they've eaten, what bones they've eaten, it can give you a clue as to what actually killed it. And these cheetah don't have strong enough jaws to really crunch down on a lot of the bigger bones. And so those get left behind. And even the rib cage, which most other cats would just demolish, the cheetahs kind of chew on the edges of it, but they don't actually demolish all those ribs. So if you find a carcass that's been eaten by a cheetah, often you'll be able to know that it was a cheetah that killed whatever it was. There were some jackals hanging around though, so they would have probably headed in not long after the cheetah left and got their little fill, taken some scraps away. I don't know if you heard that big sigh as he rolled over. I could hear it from here, but I'm not sure if the ambient mic would have picked it up. It is just such a privilege to sit quietly with these animals and just hear all those quiet noises and just share time with them, share space with them. I really feel very, very privileged to be able to do this and also just to be able to bring it to all of you.
As you can see, it is a perfect scene here. We've got some impala in the foreground and a nice big bull ellie that is tarzaning. And what we mean by tarzaning is he's going from tree to tree, busy picking up the marula fruit and feeding on it. And in the background there we've got some cuckoos calling, and it is just the most magnificent afternoon here in the Sabi Sands here on Chitwa. And just one of those days where you just feel blessed and just so happy with life. Now these guys are living the dream at the moment, but they only have about another 2 to 3 weeks left of fruiting before the marula fruit dries up, and in which case then they will have to move on and go and find some other food. But these guys know exactly where to go at whatever time of the year. You know, their knowledge base is so amazing. Remember, they, for the first 13 to 15 years of their lives as bulls, they travel around with mom and auntie, sisters, cousins, and so they get to know the area fairly well. They get to know what food to feed on, what food not to feed on. And then when they leave, when they're about 15 or so, they go and join some older bulls, and they get taught how to fight on top of what to eat. And it's about a 25 to 30 year mentoring.
This lady seems to be on the move with a little one. There are others here, but they seem to be a lot further down than she is. Oh, look at that trunk. Can barely see it, but we can see his trunk. These guys have come up from the Timbavati River, I imagine. It's also another part of this reserve. Very, very keen to see how big that river is. Probably the biggest we will be able to see it if it's still flowing. I'd love to also get down to some of the crossings and see what the crossings look like, especially that one very close to the airstrip, or where the Tracker Academy is, and then that one just off the Serengeti Road. Those open plains alongside the river there, so that's be quite cool.
I hope you enjoyed that episode of Safari Catch Up as much as we did, and I hope it has inspired you to come on safari with us at Wild Earth Travel and enjoy one of the adventures with one of us soon.